Hello everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Artful Stampin', and you can find me on my blog artfulstampin.co.uk, and from there there's loads of links to my Stampin' Up shop because I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. So it basically means that most of the products, if not all the products you see me demonstrate with tonight, you can go ahead and purchase in my Stampin' Up shop if you live in the UK, France, Germany, Austria, Holland, and I want to say another country, but it's gone out of my head. No, I think that's it. So yeah, welcome. Thank you for joining me. So today is One Sheet Wonder Day. It's because traditionally I used to do One Sheet Wonder Wednesdays, and it's kind of stuck, but I sometimes do One Sheet Wonders on other days. So there we go. Right, I wanted to have a play with a new product, and it's this one here, Botanical Prints. And we've also, I just grabbed a couple of more off the shelf because, you know, I don't like to use things completely in isolation. Now, earlier today, I was tidying up my desk, and I can do the big reveal now. So you can see how tidy it is. Now, where have I put my daughter's tablet? I had it here a second ago. Then I got distracted on Facebook. Then I was replying to messages. And, oh, it's under here. Okay, so who wants to see my desk now? So normally you just see that bit. You don't know how messy it is, but you did this afternoon. So, look, it's all clear. Well, kind of. So we have just a few little bits and pieces left on my desk, but that's not too bad because I can move that later. So I've got a few blocks here. Can you see that? Ooh, it's turning up a bit. A few, my dies are there. Embossing folders here. Let's bring you back up here. I've got, oh, this is my light. This is my daylight light thing. So I'll just do that for a second. I've still got this on my desk because I'm still not sure about it. What we're going to do with that. Although, actually, the things in it I don't actually need right now, so that can go somewhere else. I like vintage tins. I can't resist them, so I'll hold on to that for now. Stick it over here. And the fly swatter, we don't tend to get flies at this time of year, so that can go somewhere else. Anyway, I've got my glues, got my post-it notes, pens and pencils. I managed to fit my mug. Look, I fit my mug in there. Got my brushes, and I've got my darling little drawers here, and I've got various what they called coasters that I've been given over the years, and I can't bear parting with them because they're all been given, they're all gifts. So I would just sort of interchange them, I think, from time to time. And then on this side I've got, so these are card bases, my phone stuff, tissue. And then this is the pile of stuff. Here I've got some offcuts that I want to use for planning my next lot of class. So I'm not getting rid of that right now. You know, I'm not going to put stuff away that I'm just going to get back out again, for goodness sake. I'm not that silly. So I'm just going to leave that there. I mean, really, this is quite good for me. Let's face it, you know, I've actually even put my trimmer on my desk. Normally that just sits on the floor, but I've even got my trimmer on my desk. So there we go. Right, let's get sorted. Thanks everybody, you're so kind. You're obviously some messies like me, so you feel my pain. Oh dear. Right, YouTube, come on YouTube, why aren't you working? Oh, no, yes, you are working. Okay. Right, so as I said, I'm going to be using the Botanical Prints, this one here. It's a gorgeous stamp set, really beautiful imagery. Let's just see if I can get this lighting a bit better. And because it's so gorgeous, I was just really careful about what I wanted to pair with it. So I think I just want to create some geometrical kind of designs, put the florals in between it, and then maybe use a bit of a filler stamp. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to use just yet. I pulled that out, but there's spring, what's it called? Soft spring. There's various other stamps that have got sort of lovely filler leafy bits that I might grab. But for now, we are just going to use these. So set up that so I can read your comments. I also went on Pinterest because I do have a board on there that I call colour schemes. So if you're ever in need of a bit of colour scheme inspiration, I do have a board that is colour schemes. And I found a colour scheme I quite like the look of, and I have picked out these colours here. Okay. Excuse me. I feel like I'm getting some sort of throaty thing back again. My throat was hurting again yesterday, and I was just like, no, I don't want it. I'm like, you need to see stuff out so I can see it. Yes, Sheila. Filler leafy bits, yes. You motivated me earlier watching your cleaning video. I did mine too. Now I have room to craft. Oh, good. Well done. Oh, so loads of people have been getting on with tidying up. I know, I got glue. I know, it's because when I have classes, I let my ladies have glue, and then once they start to get a bit hard to use, I'm like, oh, just keep it. I'll have it. I'll use it at home. So, hi Ruth. I was halfway watching your desk tidying video. Yeah. You can forget that one now. You can see the end. See the end. Hi Sharon. Hi everybody. I'm just going to say hi everybody because I want to crack on, because this is a bit late for me to be coming on, but I didn't want to not come on, so I might just do a couple of these tonight and then go. Right, so I'm going to use this one. I don't use it very often. Oh, it's so nice to be able to reach there and get my blocks. Actually, this is one of those that you do need to just sort of let it fall down where it will go. Don't play with it too much, and then pick it up. Oh dear, see, I knocked it already. Yeah. Because if you play with it too much, if you fiddle with it, it ends up not being properly straight. So you have to just kind of fling it and hope for the best. I might get that one out just in case. This little rectangle. It feels like I've not even used it that often, this one. So that's good. And then these fabulous botanical prints. Now I think I've got my other blocks are in baskets ready for my classes, so I'm just going to use what I have here. Just leave that out, ready to use. We're going to go from there. I never thought about your classes. Of course you have a glue army, silly me. Yes, you think I'm just here for you lot? It's all me. Yeah, no, I have a life outside of this. I'm kidding, Deborah. I know you realise that. But it's funny, isn't it? On YouTube, you think sometimes it can get to the point where you think people just exist on YouTube. It's like my kids think that when they were younger, where we went for our summer camp, I think a lot of kids think this. They think that the camp, like, place, like it's there all the time. Like we go for a week where we have lots of people, you know, all our friends come for a week. But I think our kids think that if they stayed, everybody else would still be there. And it's like, no, they wouldn't. They'll be at home. And I think sometimes people think that about YouTubers, that we just sit at home and craft all day. We really don't. I promise. So. My poor recycling bin is overthrowing. Yeah, I've got a big recycling bin, and I've got a bin as well. Unfortunately, we produce a lot of plastic because oh my goodness, I've just completely decimated a nail. See, now this is why, woohoo, I've got my nail file right by me. Right, I've got to stop talking. So funny. Yes, we used to have a difficult time recognising co-workers out of work. Yeah, I know. I wish. Yeah, Janice. I know. There we go. I mean, we do try and get here as often as we can. You know, I'm not saying that it's not a pleasure and it's a privilege, but yeah. Right. Let's ink this up. So this is Old Olive, and I'm hoping it's going to be okay. I haven't really got a grand plan. I'm just going to go for it and see what happens. You know what? I'm just going to stamp in the middle. I want to stand up. This is so weird. Do I usually do my one sheet wonders standing up? I think I do. It's been a while. You mean you have a life? Yeah, Deborah. I have to remind myself of that, okay? I'm going to be quite completely honest with you now. I have to remember that when I see like super duper amazing demonstrators like achieving major records in sales achievements and you know, getting the incentive trip and blah blah blah, and I have to remind myself that, you know, I don't live for Stampin' Up. Stampin' Up slots into my life. It's not it isn't my life. I mean, don't get me wrong, I really enjoy it. I you know, I enjoy the creativity, I enjoy the interaction, getting to know new people, that kind of stuff, but it is part of, you know, part of a grand scheme. So hi Vanessa. Easter, it is very clean and organised. Karen, have you got me modelled up with Esther? This is Ruth. You wouldn't be the first though, so don't worry. Unless you're saying something else to me. Okay, so that's the first lot of... I do, thank you Deborah, I do have a lot of irons in the fire. And I have different hats on depending what day you see me too. That's what I often say to people. Depending what day you see me, I'm wearing a different hat. Oh, this is quite fun actually, just doing this. Just playing with shapes. You forget how much fun this is. When you become an adult, you forget how much fun playing is. So don't forget to play, everybody. It is vital to life. Problem solving. To chilling out. To survival. One needs to play. I don't know if I want to put the flowers on it now. Okay. Let's see if I can get this camera above me a bit straighter. There we go. Is that better? Leave it, says Deborah. Oh, Deborah, come on. Come on. How long have you known me? Right, let's go with a bit Poppy Parade. I'm going to have to stand up now. I can't cope. I'm getting better at remembering what time I go live. Well, I've got no idea what time I go live, so you're doing a cracking job. Yeah, I'm afraid it's a bit sporadic, so I'm sorry about that, guys. Right, let's see if I can get a bit high, my camera a bit higher up, because it's in my way. Ooh, there we go. Right, let's straighten this up for you. Yes, you could do colour blocking with this. Yep. I mean, I've just had a thought. You could stamp those images onto post-it notes and then mask off if you wanted to as well. I had the foam pads underneath there. I don't really need them, so I'm just removing those. They're just getting in my way. Okay, so here now I have real red with one of the floral images. Oh gosh, this is turning out to be quite Christmassy. I don't really want that. Oh, never mind. Oh, have you not pressed the bell button then, honeybee? Honeybee, honeybee. YouTube are supposed to notify you when I go live on your device. So if you're on your device, you get like a little ping or whatever. I think my real red needs re-inking. It's a bit 1960s. Hi, Connie. Is it your first time in a live, Connie? Okay, so I'm just going to grab another image. Just start adding it and see what happens. Is that pale? Well, it's real red, and my lighting is artificial, so I use the banner notification. It comes across the top of my iPad. Ah, there we go. That's useful to know. Yeah, sometimes it's to do with what settings you set your device to, because I think some people forget that they may have switched notifications off on their devices. So even though they tell YouTube, at the end of the day, if you switch it off on your device, it won't show up. Alright, I'm really not sure about this, but I'm going to keep going. Reminds me of bad wallpaper. Or just retro wallpaper, I shouldn't say bad. That's like the wallpaper at my mum and dad's house. See what I mean? See, I said it before I even read your comment. Okay, let's go with that. A little bit of crushed curry. Why is that not in focus? Oh, this lighting. I'm really not sure about it. Looks like a computer flowchart. Oh dear. Oh well. We'll keep going. Won't let it stop me. Just keep going. So this is now crushed curry, which is lighter compared to the other colours, but it's quite nice in there. I might just do one without all the squares, see what happens. Oh, Janice, I've got to finish watching your video. I started watching it. Oh, I have an idea as to why the sound is a bit odd with yours. I'm wondering if you put like a foam pad underneath your ink pad, because I think it sounds like what's happening is that you're banging on your table and the vibrations are then running up your whatever it is that you hold your phone or your device with, and it sounds like can you hear that? Is that a funny noise? Is that coming through as a funny noise? That's because my thing's metal and I just scraped it. I scraped the spring. So I don't know if you just need to look at how your setup is that's creating that funny noise. Anyway, hello. If you're new to my videos and you haven't got a clue what I'm talking about, you need to follow Janice Thompson at Jazzle Dazzle Crafts. She's been doing some lives and the sound has just been a bit odd. We're just trying to get to the bottom of it. Oops, never mind. Right, now I'm thinking I do need to fill in some of these spaces. Make it lighter colour rectangles. Yes! You were running out of battery. That shouldn't actually make any difference, whether you're running out of battery or not. I don't think, anyway. Right, so I was going to use that. No, I'm not going to use that. You know what I'm going to use? I am going to use some splatters from Poppy. Painted Poppies, this one. I think just some splatters in there will do. I accidentally used Nina white cardstock to swipe. Major fail. It grabbed the ink big time when swiping, but didn't with the... Oh, that's interesting. I've always wondered what the Nina white cardstock was like and what difference it makes to stamping. I'm enjoying watching everyone's live videos. I'm too chicken to do lives. I need to pre-record it. Oh, do you? Ooh, honeybee. Didn't realise you did videos. Or did I know that? Let me just go to channel. I'm just going to go to your channel. Hold on. Oh, cool. I didn't... Wow, you've got videos, girl. Right, how many people was this? Oh, let's... Okay, so if you're interested, Honeybee does paper pumpkin. What else do you do? You do the blog hop. Let's get your subscribers up and going. Okay, I'm going to watch you another time. Nina White grabs ink big time. Oh, okay. Once I plugged in, it settled. Oh, that's so weird, Janice. Nina lets the ink sink straight in. If using embossing ink, it doesn't stay on top. Oh. Okay. Because all the like major YouTubers, they use Nina, don't they? Who are not Stampin' Up demonstrators. Like Jennifer Maguire does, and Christina Werner. They always use Nina card stock. I wondered what was so great about it. Has anyone ever used what do you know Lavinia stamps? Have you ever watched her videos or their videos? They use some special cardstock with the gel plates, and I cannot get, well, mind you, I don't have a gel plate. It would help if I had a gel plate, but I'm really interested to know how she gets those results. I nearly asked my husband, well, I did sort of ask my husband for a gel plate for Christmas, but he got me this arm instead. So I'm not quite sure about this. I'm wondering if I stamp with something much darker now over the top, like, I don't know, early espresso or something. If I just stamp down the middle with early espresso, or just to put something dark right over the top of it, because I'm not really liking it and I need to save it. Yes, or Janice's favourite navy. Night of navy, would that work? Could work, but I've got it out now, so let's have a play with this. Just naughtily clean that off to the side there. There we go. Use night and navy. Oh look, you're all at it now. Okay, I'll just do half in this and then I'll do night and navy. No, it's okay. I'll bring it back down because it's such a line drawing. What do I mean by line drawing? Because it's such a detailed drawing, it's not showing up properly. I need to find something that's more solid. So, what about oh, what about floral essence? I know that's a bit of a go-to at the moment, but it will do the trick. It will do what I want it to do. It will make my point for me. Okay, let's go back up. Right. Right, I am going to bring my stamp mats back because these are photopolymer stamps and ideally they need a little bit of give to really work. So let's see what happens. Yes, Steph, I have watched a few videos about how to make your own gel plate. Yeah. I'm just not brave enough. Okay, so let's get this. I've got ink in the middle there. Don't really want ink in the middle. I'm just going to push that down a bit harder. There we go. Right. That's better. So is Nina fairly inexpensive then? Oop, didn't ink up enough. By a Hobbycraft. Oh, okay. I didn't realise it was available in the UK. Well, thankfully I don't have a Hobbycraft near me, so I won't be tempted. Right, I think that works. What do you think, guys? Have I saved it? Because I wasn't happy with it earlier. I think it does need a few leaves. And Oh. No. Oh, what? Where's my... Oh, I thought I'd lost it then. Beautiful friendship. I was like, where's that got to? It's about to have palpitations. A pack of 25 sheets is $9. Wow, so that's quite comparable to Stampin' Up, because like our Whisper White Thick is £7.25 for 24 sheets. Oh dear, Steph. No, 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 no. Don't you dare be going into those sort of shops. It's not good for you. Now, I quite like this leaf stamp because it's not as solid as the floral that I've just stamped. And in a way, that's good because we want the solid to be in the middle and then for the not so solid to be further away. I do think I need to stamp centres in those though. Much better, says Sharon. Thank you very much. Yes, I've saved it, says Janice. Mini Janice. But is it worth it? Is the cardstock worth it? Yes, Steph. If you're a demonstrator, you should be buying from yourself, not buying from other companies. Right, I need... There we go. Right, so that there. Went in the works today, so they had a sale and I got... Ooh! Right, I'm sorry, I'm just going to have to pull this a bit closer to me. So, let's see if I can do that. Oh, that's good, isn't it? So I don't have to hopefully get my head in the way. You don't know till you use it. I thought that with Whisper White until I used it. Ah, you were converted to Whisper White, were you, Esther? I do have a friend though, and I mean, don't get me wrong, she loves Stampin' Up, but she says that Stampin' Up white is not white, and she's actually right. It's not the whitest white. When you, if you put it next to a piece of paper that's like copy paper that's white, it's not quite white, and she can't cope with that. So she gets her white from somebody else. I can't remember who it is. But, if Zoe's watching, she'll know exactly who this is, who I'm talking about, because we know the same person. I got vouchers for Christmas, bought £80 worth of clothes for £36. Whoa, bargain! Oh, I'm glad you've been able to get out, Steph. Did you get something nice? Well, I don't think, I mean, the Stampin' Up is obviously it's not the cheapest, but they're thinner. You know, I'm using the thin stuff here, and I don't think it's badly priced. And as I've just proved, you can rectify a boo-boo, as I demonstrate many times. Oh, hold on, I've got to swap. Swap these out. You get what you pay for, yes. It's a natural white. I like your thinking, Janice. I'll tell her that. It's natural. It's the white you get in nature. I missed a couple from earlier. There we go. Oh no, that's in the wrong place, but oh no. No. Move it up a bit. Right, there we go. Right, I think I saved it. I rectify a boo-boo. I know I need to write down all these ideas for t-shirts. I rectify a boo-boo with stamping. I'm going to do a few more leaves. Okay, I think I'm going to leave that for a minute. Let it all sink in. I think I'm going to do one more, and then, you see, I was supposed to have finished at 10. Got some summer clothes, new trainers, hoodies, leggings, underwear, new tops, a new backpack with Mickey Mouse ears on. Oh, Steph, that's so cute. Sounds fabulous. Right, I'm not going to cut this up because I think you need to see it in all its glory. So I will take photos once I've cleared my photo area. Oh dear. Okay, let's start again. I'm going to stick with the same colours. I am, however, going to give these a little wee clean, because these like to get stained quickly. These. You were shouting at my video earlier. Why? Why were you shouting? Esther, what have I done now? Going, no, chuck that out. Why are you putting that in the wrong box? What are you doing? Let me sort it. What do you mean I'm putting it in the wrong box? It's sort of sorted now, I think. Although you can't see my floor. I've got a big bin for stuff. Once the bin goes out of this room. Not bin, bin bag. Got a big bin bag. Right. What did I last use that on? You've got to take him shopping. Oh no, to do what, food shopping? Or just like, I don't know, something else shopping? Take snacks. Lure him with snacks. Right. Sorry, I've got to just think this through. Actually, I'm going to start with yellow. My brain is just gone. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's do some stripes. Let's do some second generation. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, that's okay. I'll do the opposite. Okay, do another big stripe here. My everything is rosy except from clear out arrived yesterday. Oh, cool. It was a pretty medley, that. I kind of didn't get into the promotion of it, so I never had it. Okay, Ruth, keep going, keep going, keep going. Well, I'm just going to clean this because I used early espresso on this earlier, so it's a wee bit dark. He wants to look in the sales. He says, but his dementia and his disability of walking, even though he's got a scooter, his road sense is gone. Oh, does he not have a card? Can you just not go beep? Or does he likes to use cash? Or does he go, how much? I think some older folks forget about inflation. You know, so if you say something's a tenner, they're like, what? £10? Because £10 was like a week's wages back in the day. So it must be interesting if you have dementia when you, I don't know, you're almost living. He loves to use cash to pay for. He doesn't believe on paying on card, and then he tries haggling the price. I love it. I love it. He listen. You should take him shopping like in Marrakesh or something. Not around here, or the market. Take him to a market. You're more likely to haggle at a market or an auction. Not an auction. What do I mean? An antique fair. Oh, I love that. You know what? I think I will just pretend when I get older, if I don't have dementia, I'll just pretend to have dementia. So I can haggle. I love haggling. Right. Okay, I'm feeling the love a little bit more on this one. I love this bit of berry. Oh, you can't see it very well. Hold on. Just the way that the berries kind of go off there. It's so well observed. Whoever's done the artwork for this has just observed nature so well. Because to me, it's got just the imperfections that make it real. It really is lovely. Really, really. I say really too many times. I know I do. I don't think that needs much more to it, to be honest. I'm wondering whether just a little bit of splatter, but not in anything too dark. Maybe I'm going to break my rule and bring in another colour, like, I don't know, grey granite or something, just something soft. Just gentle, nothing too in your face like. Or Sahara sand. No, I'm going to go with Sahara sand. Oh, bless you, Steph. He gave me £5 yesterday. I'm like, oh, Dad, I don't know what century your head's in, but I'll need £10. And he only go up. And he said, well, then, did they go up? Oh. Hi, Joy. Trust your gut instinct, Esther. Trust your gut. Oh, maybe stamped off. Now, this does sometimes happen where I stamp and go, oh, it's too dark. But I've got to remember to keep it it will fade, but it is still rather dark. Yeah, I think stamped off is good. Yes, a green would be nice. Maybe soft sea foam or something. Something light. Oh, I could do stamp off again, couldn't I? Although now it looks like the fruit's mouldy. Oops. But it just adds to it. It just, you know, it just creates a bit of texture that wasn't there before. Perhaps there's something there that wasn't there before. What, Mama? What, Mama? What film's that from, everybody? What's not there, Mama? I tell you when you're older. Let's see what else is in Painted Poppies. Do I want that little one? Oh, Esther's straight in there with the Disney references. I think I'm going to leave that, ladies and gentlemen. I bit the bullet and got the Make a Difference stamp set. Oh, that's the it's got the scripty letters in it, hasn't it, that one? Yeah, no, cool, go for it. Okay, I'll bring you a bit closer to this. See what you think. Mouldy fruit. Yes, it does look like mouldy fruit. But I think once that's cut up, that'll look fine. And I'm anticipating that you would want to stamp your words, sentiments. You know, so I think once you've got your words on there, it'll make quite a difference. That was quite quick and easy, that one. I think because the stamps are quite large, it's easier to do quite quickly. I know that sometimes I can spend a good 20, I mean, I've done it with you guys, spend 20-30 minutes on one sheet wonder, and you don't, you know, we don't necessarily always have the time to do that. I mean, they're beautiful and detailed, but no, that's, I like that. Right, I'll bring the other one back in. See what you guys think. Okay. I like it, says Esther. I like it. Yeah, looking at my screen, the colour isn't probably not as good as if I take a photograph. Oh, you got the new small flower punch yesterday as well, so I know I have flowers by the hundreds. Oh, I'll start love this stamp. Sharon, it's part of, it's not a stamp on its own, my darling. You have to buy the whole kit. Sorry about that. That's the bad news. The good news is, though, that it's a really gorgeous kit. I was just getting my catalogue. These are all my little tabs for when I was thinking about what to buy. Here we go. Right, so you get, obviously they get the stamp set, then you get dies that cut out all those images, and you've got these sort of extra filigree type ones. And you get a reel of ribbon, you get various papers, these, and then also you get, oh, I forgot about the masks. Ooh, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. The masks are great. Well, they're actually laser cut pieces of paper ready for you to use on your cards, but you can use them as stencils. Oh my word, why did I not think of this earlier? Okay, I'm just going to do a little bit. Just do a little bit. I can't resist. Use it on the mouldy fruit one. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I've been using blue on this, so... Right. Do it. I'm just going to do a wee bit. Oh my word. Oh. Oh, that just works. Isn't that lush? That is so lush. Oh, happy place. Happy place. Oh, can you, am I buffering? Oh. It's like a when Harry met Sally moment, isn't it? Shh, don't be rude. That's just too nice. Too nice. Okay, so that's what else you can do. All right. Just saying. I'm looking at this in a whole new way now. Yeah, can we have lots of yeah? Yeah. YouTube are going to ban me. You need to run a weekend stamping retreat. Do I? What? But oh, you're so kind, Janice. The only thing is, I don't really like to work on Sundays, if I can help it. And I know Sundays is when people are off and free. But what if I just ran another kind of do it at home one and did a kit? So you can just watch me. You don't have to you don't have to travel anywhere. You could just do it from home. In your spare time, Ruth. I like the way you proceed that. In your spare time. Go for it. A live broadcast retreat. Can you run the retreat in Australia? Yay! I guess. Okay, right. I'm not picking anybody right now because that's not fair. But I guess theoretically, people in other regions, if I partnered with other people, then you can buy if you're from the States, for example, you could buy your kit from someone in the States because you couldn't buy a kit from me in the UK. I'll have a think. Because we could do like a bit of a collab, couldn't we? We could have like 3 demonstrators. We could have Australia, America, UK. And then we all think of a project, but then we would provide the kit for our region. Oh, that sounds cool. Yeah, go for it, Monica. I've run day retreats. I do run day retreats. Well, I have done in collaboration with another demonstrator. And we are talking about doing a spring one. So if anyone's interested, so I know there are a few ladies who maybe would travel and stay over. Be happy to stay over to do that. Oh my goodness. You see, that's just made it like 10 times better. I've mixed grey and I don't know what else. These do need cleaning out every so often, all right? They do, because look, I don't know what colour that is. But anyway, right, I can go to bed happy. Happiness is a stencil. Where's my other thing gone? Oh, it's under here. That is pretty. I think I might do this with my ladies. I've got two more cards to design. Right, who wants to see? Sorry, this is like, you know, extra. Who wants to see the card I designed while I was watching Esther do her live yesterday? So if you didn't watch Esther do her live, you need to go and watch it. That's Stampin' Star Creations. Can you do some emojis, Esther? So while I was watching her, I was thinking of creating a card with the exact same stamp set she used, the cake one. However, for ages been thinking I wanted to team it with some stripy paper. So I have well, kind of, yeah. So here's the card there. And then I was thinking, okay, so I want black and white, but I also want a colour. And I did have a look at using the celebration papers, like the Monet one, you know. But I realised that I'd cut up one each of the designs to give as gifts to some of my customers. I gave them a little packet with like enough to make a card of each of the papers. So I didn't really have enough for the whole class. However, I did have left over, because I bought 2 packets and I didn't end up using it, the paper from the, is it Christmas Time is Here? I don't know, it's that rose one. It's gorgeous. So this is cherry cobbler with gold running through it. So I had quite a bit, I've got quite a bit of that. So here is the kit that you will be getting if you came to my class. There's a cherry cobbler base. Then the black and white from the B one. Okay. I guess they could turn it over and use it that way if they wanted to. Oh yeah, that doesn't look terrible. So that's their choice. They could do it that way. Then a piece of the red and gold and a piece of white. And then I picked out by accident, I meant to pick out cherry cobbler, but I actually picked out Mary Mallow, and I stamped the image in Mary Mallow on just plain old Whisper White cardstock and used my blender pen just to pull in some of that colour and just move it around a bit. And then I stamped, I'll get in a bit closer so you can see, I stamped very faintly the soft seafoam dots around and about. It's quite nice because it kind of almost makes it look like baby's breath or gypsophilia, that kind of thing. And then I coloured in the leaves with the soft seafoam Stampin' Blend marker because I just thought it was easier to do that. And then I'm going to put the white ink, and so everyone's got a little piece of black, and then they're going to stamp that. But I've left that, I know that looks thicker than that, is because they are going to trim it down to fit. They're going to trim that. So there we go. And then I've got some various gems that I'm going to put in my basket, and it's up to them what they want to use. I've just got an assortment of like pinky red, you know. I like to try and let them have a choice, or partly, it's partly letting them have a choice, and also depending how much I've got left of various things. So I I've put in this packet, you see, but, some red, some pink. So these are just like leftover gems and things. So I've got some of those, some of that pink, and then some of the red gems. So it's up to them what they, you know, they can fight over it. So don't feel that, you know, everyone's card has got to be, they don't have to be the same. And then sometimes I might have ladies who go, oh, I don't like that layout, I want to play with it a bit. That's fine. They might just kind of, you know, offset it and do whatever. You know, they can change it up, do what they want. Right, maybe Ruth, you could do a live class and tell us in advance what we need, and we could post our cards to your Facebook. Yes, yes. So for some of you who have already supplies, yeah, that's fine, not a problem. Wow, says Sharon. This was the best looking card. Esther, so beautiful. Oh, it was. Hi, Denise. Oh, cool. Yeah, and now I've just blown it because I was saving it to do a live, put it together. But I suppose I can still do that. It would just be a nice little short video of me putting the kit together. See, that is my intention, that I have got some kits left over that I've not done videos with yet. And it's just super easy for me to do them because I've got everything set up. So there we go. So that's a little tip. Now, again, if you want me to do measurements, if you want to not watch anymore, that's fine, because I'm about to go through the measurements. That might be a bit boring for some of you. But if you're a demonstrator, you might find it helpful. Find a bit. So my card base is A4 cut in half lengthways that way. Okay, so it's cut at 10.5 centimeters and then in half, you know, scored in half. Then my base is 5 millimeters shorter all the way around to stick on there. So that's 10 centimeters by 14.35. And then this piece, because I wanted to get lots out of that one sheet of 12 by 12 DSP, this is 3 by just under 4 inches. Okay, so cut 3 inches that way. And then because my cardstock is 9.5 centimeters by 7 centimeters, so I can get my 3 rows out of my white cardstock. This is basically 7.5, just over 7.5 centimeters by 10. Okay, it's perhaps not as accurate as it could be, but there we go. And then these little strips are like 1/2 inch wide. And you can cut that out scraps, you know, you don't have to be cutting up a brand new sheet for that. Right, there we go. That's a little insight into my class for next week. And always pack spare bits, because sometimes people will make a boo-boo, then they'll do another boo-boo, and then do another boo-boo. So it's worth having some spare little pieces, especially for your stamped areas. Yeah. So that's my little basket. So that goes on the table, usually between 3 or 4 people, and they have everything in there that they need. And then they make, so everyone gets one of those, and then we swap. We move the baskets down the line. Yeah, there we go. Right, let me flip the camera. Flippity flo. Oh my goodness, I've done an hour. I had not intended to do an hour, but there we go. It's been lovely to have your company again. I just need to, oh, just look at the time. Start dinner. I'm gonna have my cup of tea. I found a red bush tea bag from, I think, a swap that I must have got given, so I thought I'll use that. Right, there we go. Lovely to see you all. And now, because I've tidied up, do you provide the stamp set, or do they have to have their own? No, I provide everything. Yeah, it's just like a class, and I I end up using lots of different products, lots of different stamp sets and things, so I can't expect them all to have their own stamp set. What I sometimes do is what Esther just advertised is, okay, so for example, and I will probably do it similar to how Esther's done it, is if you buy a bundle, so whether it's a punch and stamp set or dies and stamp set, you will get the class for free. So that's one option. Or if you purchase the stamp set, or this sometimes happens when there's a punch involved, if you purchase the punch, just one of those items, the class is £5. And then if you don't want to purchase anything, the class is just £10. So that way it encourages people to buy more products. So for those of you who are demonstrators, you know, you need to understand how important it is to be selling. Really, it's important to be selling product in terms of if you want to go up, you know, progress. So yeah, so offering that means that people, you know, just really think about it. I mean, I'm not one of those people that want to sell things to people to sell something that people don't want. You know, that abhors me. I don't want people just to buy something and then have it sitting there. And I have heard of people, even though I try very hard to say, please don't buy it unless you're going to use it, sometimes people do still feel they have to buy something. And then I hear, oh no, it's been sitting on my shelf, and that just breaks my heart, because I just think, no, these things are meant to be used. You're meant to be using them. So I'd prefer that people really thought about their purchases and loved every single one of them. And I think generally my customers at the moment are like that. They think very hard before they purchase. But then at the same time, it means that if they really like something, they let me know. I have one fairly newish lady who, as soon as she saw the cat and dog punch and stamp set, she was like, "Yep, I want those. I want both of them." I make lots of cards for people who've lost pets, that kind of thing. And she was like, "Yep, bam, I'm having them." So that was great, because I knew she would use them. You know, she was really, you know, pleased about them. Right, so yeah, so that's what I usually would offer in answer, a very long answer to your question, Vanessa. There we go. Right, lots of love to you all. And what's tomorrow? Thursday. Oh, might come on again tomorrow night, actually. I'm still working on getting my viewings up. So if you like what you see, if you're new here, please subscribe. And if you don't, that's fine. I'm always open to ideas and things for future videos, so please let me know if you've got any ideas. And I'll see you guys again soon. Thank you for your company. You're all awesome. Bye. Thank you. Thanks, Betty.